A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant and controversial move, Israel's parliament, the Knesset, has approved a bill in its first reading that would allow the death penalty for individuals convicted of terrorism, particularly targeting Palestinians accused of killing Israelis. The bill, championed by far-right National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir, passed with a vote of 39 to 16 and is expected to undergo 2 more readings before it can become law. The proposed amendment to the Penal Code is seen as a direct response to the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas, which has escalated since the deadly attacks by Hamas on October 7, 2023. As the region grapples with the aftermath of violence, this legislation has sparked intense debate and concern both domestically and internationally. The bill's explanatory note states that its purpose is to cut off terrorism at its root and create a heavy deterrent. It specifies that the death penalty would be mandatory for terrorists convicted of murder motivated by racism or hatred towards the public, particularly in circumstances where the act was intended to harm the State of Israel. Critics of the bill argue that it disproportionately targets Palestinians and could exacerbate tensions in an already volatile region. The Palestinian Foreign Ministry condemned the proposal, labeling it as a new form of escalating Israeli extremism and criminality against the Palestinian people. Similarly, Hamas described the legislation as embodying the ugly fascist face of the rogue Zionist occupation, asserting that it violates international law. The bill's passage comes at a time when Israel is engaged in discussions with the United States and other allies regarding the conditions for extending a truce with Hamas. The government is under pressure to address security concerns while navigating the complexities of international relations and human rights considerations. Ben-Gvir, who has been a vocal advocate for tougher measures against perceived threats to Israeli security, had previously threatened to withdraw his Jewish Power Party from the governing coalition if the bill was not brought to a vote. His actions reflect a broader trend within the Israeli government towards more hardline policies in response to ongoing violence and unrest. While the death penalty exists in Israel for a limited number of crimes, it has not been carried out since the execution of Nazi war criminal Adolf Eichmann in 1962, making the country effectively abolitionist. The introduction of this bill marks a significant shift in the legal landscape and raises questions about the future of justice and accountability in Israel. Supporters of the bill argue that it is a necessary measure to deter terrorism and protect Israeli citizens from violent attacks. They contend that the existing penalties are insufficient to address the severity of the crimes committed against Israelis. However, opponents fear that the implementation of the death penalty could lead to a cycle of violence and retaliation, further entrenching divisions between Israelis and Palestinians. As the bill moves through the legislative process, it will undoubtedly continue to provoke strong reactions from various factions within Israeli society and the international community. The implications of such a law, should it be enacted, could have far-reaching consequences for the already strained relations between Israelis and Palestinians, as well as for Israel's standing on the global stage. In conclusion, the approval of the death penalty bill for terrorists in Israel's parliament represents a pivotal moment in the ongoing conflict and raises critical questions about justice, human rights, and the future of peace in the region. The coming weeks will be crucial as the bill undergoes further scrutiny and debate, with the potential to reshape the legal framework surrounding terrorism and its punishment in Israel. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.